Alright, what's up Transformers fans? Good to see you again. Thanks for sticking with me through my extremely chaotic schedule because I don't have a normal life. A lot of things have been going on as usual. I would love to have a normal life, but that's not how this goes. So, moving on. Tonight I'm looking at the new Age of the Primes Sureshot, and dude is pretty cool. He's a little bit reminiscent of his G1 counterpart, which, as you know, I did a review on that a little while ago. I've got it somewhere. I don't feel like digging him out right now because we're going to focus on the present. So here he is. Very cool, very sharp design. I actually prefer the Japanese headstock rather than the American one, but hopefully they'll make a upgrade kit for him eventually. But here we go. We're going to check him out. Cool colors. Cleans up fairly nice. They've got this gap in the back, but the wheels cover that, so that's not too bad. Cleans up okay. Could be a little bit better here and there. Does have gaps missing in the arms, so we got some detail in there to kind of fill that out. But universals at the shoulders for articulations. We've got some bicep swivel. These can kind of get in the way. I'm going to talk about these here in a minute. There's nothing at the wrist, although because of transformation, I don't really see why there couldn't be, but whatever. Does have a 90 at the elbow. Head is on a ball joint, so we get plenty of range there. We do have a waist swivel. Got the universals at the knees, or at the hips rather. So good articulation there. As far as the upper thigh swivel, it's on that hinge there, but it's got a little bit of the cover there, so that can kind of get a little hampered, especially when you're trying to go this way, but I think it's fine for poses. We do have a 90 at the knee. We've got a toe tilt down, a toe tilt up, and pretty good ankle rocker. So dude's got pretty good articulation. He comes with his little Target Master Buddy Spoil Sport here. That folds around like so, and then this comes up, and he can be very stiff at first, but if you just play with him a little bit, he'll be fine. So here he is. Here's Spoil Sport. A little bit of paint on the blue. That's the only paint on this guy. That folds up. That folds down like this. Then it goes like that. And this joint is a bit tight. So there's the gun mode, which he can hold just fine. Alright, now I said I was going to talk about these fins. I actually don't like them because they can pop out, and I'm not entirely sure that was a great idea. So they can pop out in this mode, and I don't really see any other place to store them. Yeah, can you store them on the... Yeah, there's no other place to store them. I don't really like them because they kind of get in the way. Like I showed you, they kind of get in the way of that elbow swivel. They hamper the arms a little bit, so he can only go like this when you're moving the elbow and not like this, even though is that... Oh, okay. Well, the elbow's slightly over 90 degrees, but you need it slightly under to get under that little wing thing there. So that's really my only complaint, and these things kind of get in the way and pop off during transformation, which I'm not overly fond of. And we're going to get into that. Let's see if I can get into it. And let's see if I can transform this guy without those things popping off. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to open up the arms like so. We're going to take this little piece in the back here, fold it around like so. That will enable us to... Okay. Alright, so the head is going to have to pop off like this. Alright, it's going to have to come up like this. We're going to have to do some wonky stuff here. This is another one that's a bit weird. Alright, so we want to go like this. And then we're going to want to swivel this joint like so. And the head comes up like that. You swivel the joint like this. And then you bring it down like that. And he should be looking about like this at this point. Then with the head, it's actually going to want to go right about there. And that's when we get into this mess. So let me see if I'm doing this. All right, so these need to come down like this. And see, there goes the damn wing thing popping off. So that's going to go like this. And this should... Okay, I see what I'm doing now. Hang on. There. See, okay, I'm just going to take those off because it's easier to show you. All right. This hinge bends up like that. So you want your shoulder down like this. Then you want to bend up your hinge. And it's going to put this little tab right there inside that shoulder joint. Okay? Then what you're going to want to do is actually bend these down, because we'll deal with all this stuff in a minute when we get to the legs. But this is what I was talking about right here. These are supposed to stay on the shoulder joints right there. And it's just really cumbersome, and it's hard to get everything to stay aligned, because you want to do this, and of course you want it aesthetically pleasing, and it does cover up that face, but these are just really, I don't like these. I don't like these at all. I feel like having these stuck in place would be better than having them be removed. You know, better than having them removable, because it just, they don't work as a team. They need to like clip on together or something. They don't work as a team. It's the best way I know how to describe that. And it's a pain. So let's just get to the legs. Let's just do this, bring this down. What we're going to want to do here is actually fold the feet up like so. And these joints are going to peg into that, but we need to get all of this out of the way first. So we'll open these up, bring these down. The legs will collapse right here on both knees. Kind of Combiner War style, but not really. Kinda, sorta. All right, and then what we're gonna want to do from here is just did I do that right? I think we need to rotate the hips around. Yeah, you need to rotate the hips around like that. Get these out of the way. This is still gonna peg in, so let's do this. We rotated the hips around. So these two tabs right there will go to those slots right there. So let's see if we can line that up. There it goes. Okay. So the why are you not aligning? I'm hitting the shoulders somewhere. I'm not in the proper place. What am I doing here? There it goes. Okay, heel clip down. All right, so let's do that. Clip it in the tabs like I was talking about on the hands. There's a little slot in the wrists where those little tabs go. And that freaking thing, I don't like that. I don't like that thing. All right, so let's get this down, line that into place. Then, of course, we're gonna come over here. We're gonna put this into there. I think I've got it. And we're gonna put this into there. So as you can see, transformation's a bit wonky, mostly because of these things. I'm gonna leave that as. It doesn't look good, but I don't care. And it's got some issues, but it's fine. He rolls just fine. Everything does tab on nice and securely. It's just, it can be a little cumbersome to get everything properly aligned and everything filled out. You can see like the back tires are a little uneven, just slightly. But I think a lot of that's my fault because of this whole area up here. So I think, you know, once you get used to him, once you get used to the transformation and everything, it should be fine. But They really should have, like, I might be gluing these in to these shoulder joints. I really might. I might be gluing them in just to keep them out of the way. So there's that. We're going to put his little Target Master buddy on him. Rolls just fine. The wheels are fine. Everything tabs in fine. It's just a little cumbersome is all. So we're going to do that. Here he is in car mode. We're going to take this guy out. We're going to put him back into robot mode and show him off with his other Target Master buddies. I know you probably want to see that, so we're going to get to it. And there is actually part of the transformation that I want to talk about because it can be a little awkward trying to get him back to where he goes. So I do want to talk about that one aspect. So let's untab. See, everything tabs in securely. Let's untab that. Untab that. Let's bring. And the joints are stiff. Like, you might be saying, oh man, the plastic feels really light and cheap, but like the joints are really stiff. Everything's fine. Bring it in like this. Bring that in like that. Yeah, the joints are stiff. Everything's fine. Nothing's too loose on this guy. It's just these wingalings. They irritate me. So I'm actually just going to take those off for the review right now until we get this guy going. And you just bring this in like this. All right, and then let's talk about this joint. This can be a little annoying. So this, it's going to come over like this. And then we're gonna have to do the moving around thing. The way that this joint works, that's a bit awkward. All right, and then this is what I wanted to talk about. This needs to fold in just right. So you have him like this, fold in at this joint, bring that down, fold this back up, fold this guy down. See, I did that wrong. Okay, so where are we? This is the joint that irritates me. So fold in here. Is it like this? And then down? How do we do this? This irritates me. You have to fold in this joint just right. And I'm not doing it just right. Okay. Why are you not going? What are we doing here? What are we doing? Why is he not going? Getting this in is annoying, and I don't like it. It has to fold up exactly right to get everything aligned. I think I got it. Oh God, that was awkward. And then this will fold in, tabbing the arms like this. And that's not right. Okay, hang on. Okay, give me a minute. All right, so basically, you see how it is right there? You want to fold up at that joint to where the headpiece goes in that little red part, and then fold it down at the chest. So let's see if we can see. You want the inside to look like this. This straight, the next piece down, and the next piece going up. As he kicks the camera off the thing. I would normally not put a video up that had that, but seeing as how he's frustrating me, we're done. All right, so that's how to do that. This, okay, and then down, and then you move this, and then there. All right, so transformation can be a little frustrating, obviously. You can hear the tone in my voice. He's a good figure. He's fine. The transformation can be a little finicky. I've just got a lot going on, and I'm not really in the mood for this crap, but oh well. Like I said, I normally wouldn't put a video up that had me dropping the camera, but he's frustrating me and I don't care anymore. All right, let's get his target master buddy so we can get this guy off screen. There you go. There's point blank and crosshairs. There he is with Sure Shot. He's about the same size as all of those guys. They're roughly all about the same height. In case you were wondering, I'm sure you've got the other two right now. And I did put different headstocks on point blank and crosshairs. I do want the Japanese headstock for him, but I'm sure somebody will make it eventually. But all right, guys, there you go. There is Sure Shot, Age of the Prime Sure Shot. He is surely a pain to me tonight. I don't know why he's being so ornery. Other than that one joint of trying to get him back into robot mode, other than that one joint, the transformation's not too bad, but it just takes a little getting used to. It can be pretty finicky if you're not used to it. So remember, straight across, down, and up on the joints on the inside. They can be a little bit awkward, but there you go. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for staying with me. Please like and subscribe, and, please send me some blessings because these guys are getting frustrating. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye.